Somebody come and get Uncle Eric and Hulk back to the home, please.
God.
Welcome to Max Wrestling.
For the love of God, please don't ever make the mistake Daz did in calling him Uncle Eric ever again. But welcome to MayDay. Coming up tonight, we got a whole bunch for you as we are an impromptu special. First and foremost, we are going to talk about the newly formed promotion by the Grim Reaping duo of Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan with the backing of a real wrestling coach. For those who watch South Park, you'll get the thing. And trust me, we'll get into a whole bunch of it. Blade Rodriguez continues his run, giant killing as the television champion when he defends against the promo machine, the podcast machine, the promo machine, as we used to call it, I should say. I don't know. Anyway, big Mike Larkin. We're going to see how that one goes. And after a terrifying encounter from the DMNS and her minions, God, I'm still shaking. At Promo Mania, Chris Reid is finally awoken and is opting to defend the dual championship against the Kingpin. This guy is begging. He's begging to go places nobody else wants to go. Plus, we find out what is next for the now undisputed Max World Champion. We hear from Tabir tonight. And yeah, I think the tension might be gone. We'll see. I don't know. My neck doesn't hurt anymore, but we'll see what he's got to say first. So, make Max Wrestling your new home for all things wrestling. Hit the likes button. Go ahead and tickle that subscribe button. And for those who prefer the old-fashioned podcast, head on over to SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is you get your podcast. And, of course, for a whole bunch of links and a whole lot more, head over to the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
And as always, go right to our Facebook group right after the show for the official post-show Aftermax. QR code is on the screen right now. It has been pretty unmissable the last couple of weeks. It hasn't really been much of a recap show. It's just been Corey going off. So
That's okay. That's okay.
So scan the code and go after the show. Now, as you just heard, we're going to hear from Beer. We're going to ridicule Bischoff and Hogan in a little bit, but first we're going to hear from our world champion because we also have 2 title matches to come tonight. So let's hear from Beer.
I am Beer.
Thursday, and it's MayDay. Unfortunately, I don't have Mariah May singing with me, but who cares? So you're all wondering what's next for me. After overcoming the fight of my life at Promo Mania against El Jefe, the legend known as El Jefe, I created history. And I will continue to make history. I'm going to keep this championship in the family as long as I see fit. Now, since we reunited and we brought back the Dragon Club, we knew that there was a weak link. And the previous Dragon Club was expelled permanently into ashes. In this family, there are no snakes in the grass. There are no backstabbers. And there's no lying pieces of shit ever been in this family. But we'll leave that for a different day. And I'm not naming who that is. Now, after Max a couple of weeks ago, I saw the fear in the Brothers of Trash Destruction's eyes, knowing that the most dominant trio in Max Wrestling history is now back and wears one. And judging that I have a lot still to accomplish, and I know that the family is bringing gold back. So this is what I'm going to do. If you guys remember a couple of months ago at the Promo Rumble, when I was supposed to defend this title against somebody who didn't show up. But I'm a very forgiving person. So this is what I'm going to plan on for you, Travis. You want this title? You're going to have to kill me for it. It's going to be me and you at Full House. And we're not going by it your way. No. We're going by it by TV rules. However, if you want to bring the Brothers of Ass Destruction with you, you can bring your boys. I'll bring the family. Travis, I look forward to your response. If you've got the guts to step up to the plate against the most dominant champion that Max Wrestling has ever seen. I look forward to your response. Sleep well. Oma Ohid.
So, yeah, Hogan and Bischoff have decided to not bankrupt another company, but start up another company and then bankrupt it this time.
Yeah, that's kind of my feelings as well. But yeah, they took the internet by storm. God, that's so weird saying that. By Simple T's, and they were joined by their quote unquote new third man, Izzy Martinez. Some of you, your ears perked up when you heard that name. Some of you are saying, the fucking who? And no, I don't mean like Izzy, the little girl or whatever that used to be fucking the big Bailey fan. Izzy Martinez is actually an amateur wrestling coach. And what I mean by amateur wrestling is I'm talking high school, I'm talking college, he is one of the best, if not the best high school wrestling or, again, amateur wrestling coach in our state, in our country, right here in the beautiful United States. He has worked with some of the best collegiate talent that we have to offer all up and down the country. He has worked with some top MMA fighters. People say that his biggest competition as far as like wrestling coach was Daniel Cormier. So, and Daniel Cormier has been known as one of the best wrestlers in the MMA game for a long, long time. So to be in praise of that high, I knew who he was. I have no freaking clue what the hell he's doing with Hogan and Bischoff. I have no fucking idea what they're trying to do here with the idea of, again, and I'll say it again for the South Park fans, for the real wrestling guy to join the fucking fake wrestling guys. And again, I know I'm using dumb terminology right now, but again, we're talking about Hogan and Bischoff. We're talking about the finger point of doom. They want you to think NWO. That's what they want you to think. It's all NWO, brother. Think of the good times. I want everybody to go back. Some of them weren't so good.
No.
Some of them weren't so good. But I get it. It's their the way they show that they're trying to remain relevant. Good God, they're old as fuck though. And it seems so weird. I don't know what we're gonna get out of this. Are we gonna get like a sports entertainment up version of Bloodsport? Is this gonna be amateur wrestlers getting like theme songs and shit now? Like, what the fuck are we doing? I don't know what this is.
The teaser was also very cringy because they were using these old NWO quotes, like Bischoff, like, you know who we are, but you don't know why we're here. Yeah, we kind of do, and we're dreading it.
Yeah. Every day I've dreaded my whole life.
Cesar Duran, MLW president, responded to the news and said, he literally buried it. Easy-E and said, I gave Bischoff the boot and he rebounded with that. Amateur hour, literally. Thank me later for firing him before he pitched this in MLW.
Oh, God. Again, somebody jumped on. I don't know where Hogan's got money all of a sudden, but if Hogan's got money all of a sudden and they have enough to start a promotion of some sort, whatever.
They're calling it Real American Freestyle Wrestling. RAF Wrestling.
As an American, I hate this country. Like, come on, dude. You guys, I mean, first off, we know Hogan is, to jump into the political realm for a second, we know he's as right-wing as could fucking be. The guy will believe anything you've ever heard in his entire, like, it's,
yeah.
You can tell him Elon Musk will run for president. He'll be the first one to sign him up. Type. Anyway, regardless of the point, they're complete and total morons. But again, as I stated, if this is a real American wrestling company or whatever the fuck that they're terming it, what the fuck are dumbass WCW sports entertainment guys doing with a real wrestling coach? Make it make sense. Again, this isn't like a Dean Malenko. It's not a Rey Mysterio. It's not somebody of old. It's not a tactician of back in the day. This is a guy who is technically outside the realm. So again, what the fuck are we gonna do? And then here's the fun part. Outside of like Jackson Riker, who's gonna want to sign with this guy? Yeah, I made that.
Maybe EC3.
Oh fuck, that's right. Oh god.
The other guy that'll jump on any company besides ones on TV.
Hey.
But Izzy, you picked the worst two guys to start a wrestling company with, because like the reveal of Izzy as the third man, that second promo, you've literally got Hogan pouring money on him, and I'm like, you almost put TNA out of business, and he put WCW out of business.
But again,
and you're making it
again, in the realm of their mindset, the man that, and again, I don't understand how you do this. Bankrupts 9 casinos is somehow the world's greatest businessman. So again, it's not about how much you lose, it's about how I won that one time for a little bit.
Yeah, the whole thing's
and it's
ridiculous.
Like, huh?
I said jokingly I'd give it 8 months. I'll probably give it about 2 years before it folds.
Yeah, 2 years and like 6 shows.
Wait, how long did EC3's company last?
Oh fuck!
The one where there's no winner, there's no loser. You book your own storylines and all that shit.
That just sounded like a clusterfuck and a half. I don't even think it lasted, but like I want to say maybe 3 shows, 4 shows. I want to say like 4 shows.
Yeah, and even Braun quickly bailed out and went back to WWE.
I think he was only there for 1 show. He's like, brother, that's all you get.
Everybody wants to start a promotion.
Because they think it's fucking so easy. They think the grass is greener on the other side. And maybe it is and maybe it isn't. But then again, it also shows you who has a real mind for this business and who don't. And a lot of these guys that are trying obviously don't have the real mind for the business. They just want to be the star in the business. And what better way to be a star than I run my own company? That's cool.
Guarantee Ric Flair will have a match there.
Oh, yeah. And he'll be way over than the guy that owns the company. That's terrible.
So I'm just going to quickly gloss through Raw and SmackDown and stuff this week, because actually a lot happened on Raw, to be fair. Still hate the Becky Lynch heel turn. It seems so forced. I love Becky Lynch, but she's an awful heel.
She tries so hard.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, good on you. For, like, you know what I mean? For real, like, good on you. Why?
No.
And then, how are you going to? And again, I don't understand. I can't keep saying that like I'm fucking really telling the truth. I don't understand. I get the turn on young Laya, Valkyrie. Lyra Valkyrie, and costing her the tag titles. Like, I get that. Fine, whatever. That's cool. But why are we a heel? Why? Like, for real. For real, for real. Unless you're going to join your husband in the fucking Paul Heyman stable, which, if that's where we're going, just don't.
No, we've had Becky and Seth together before. Let's not put them on TV together again, please. They also kind of shoehorned the whole Bayley thing into it. And that just reeked of desperation. Like, why did I attack Bayley? Because she's been attacking me since 2019. Huh? She's feuded with you on and off a couple of times, but I wouldn't. She made it sound like she's made Becky's life a living hell for the last 6 years.
Yeah, it's like, so she did what the business requires of you. Okay. You're going to have a feud every now and again. Was she attacking you all the time? No, I swear to God, there was times where they were, like, teaming up, too, but... Just wow. I don't want to know if I don't know if it's like a we need to include everybody desperation. We don't want to leave anybody out of the loop kind of thing. But I just feel like they're really trying to get all their eggs in the basket. Like, oh, we've got stars that can maintain, but oh crap, we got people coming back. We got to make sure that they're getting shown. And yeah, but not to this fucking capacity. No. Not to the capacity where you're forced to turn them, especially somebody as over as a Becky Lynch. I mean, it was WrestleMania weekend, massive pop, whether you want to believe it or not. And then within 2 weeks, she's a bad guy.
Yeah, massive pop. For a return, she's been out for how long?
A while. She had been out a while.
It was... Damn, I
don't know exactly how long.
It was last year sometime.
I want to say it was prior to SummerSlam. Like, well prior to SummerSlam.
So let's say, I don't know, 9 months she's been out, ballpark figure. Obviously, she was going to get a big pop when she came back.
Yeah.
And the first thing to do was turn her heel very awkwardly, and it was like they didn't put much thought into it at all with this promo. Yeah. So it's like, we're going to feud you with Lyra. Okay, why? Because she looks up to you. Okay, what about Bayley? We got to get her out of the picture. Okay, you attack her. Why? Oh, well, we wrestled a couple of times in the past. Oh, yeah, okay, so let's just say we got past beef.
Okay, that's good. I can imagine a dude with a notepad just sitting there. Yeah, okay, yeah. And then he, like, walks up to somebody, make that a fucking match. Or make that something or whatever. And But it's exactly what this is. We're bit and piecing this. We're trying to make something out of nothing when the reality is we can just go with what you have. I don't understand why pulling something out of your fucking ass is so damn important. She's over. People love her. Just fucking roll with it.
Bayley and Becky have faced each other 23 times since 2017.
Holy shit.
And the last time was 4-on-4 against Damage Control.
Damn.
And that was in 2023.
I was going to say that had to have been a minute ago because Damage Control's been done for a bit.
They've only faced each other 1-on-1 4 times. Every other match has been tag team or triple threat.
See, no continuity.
No, it reeks of desperation.
Yeah, but again, why? Why are we so desperate? Why are they so desperate? That's what's just... I don't want to say like hindering me. I just can't wrap my brain around it. Why the desperation? You guys have it right now. Let's face it. Let's break it down for a second for some of those out there on the fucking IWC side. Okay, every week that Ricky Starks says I'm Ricky Saint. Tony fumbled. Or every time Penta does the saddle man, Tony fumbled. What's the desperation then? Where's the desperation? If this guy's fumbling your talent, you've got talent coming out of your ears. Why are we so desperate to make something out of nothing rather than embracing the talent that's there and moving forward? Making something out of it. I'm a bad guy because I don't deserve no fucking bullshit tag team title that means nothing. Cool. I can roll with that. You know, give me a real reason for you to be mad at this fucking little girl, dude, or whatever. And if you don't have one, then why did you turn? Oh, because we got too many faces. That sounds like a stupid problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It sounds like a stupid problem.
I also don't think that's a real problem in the women's division.
Oh.
There's actually probably more heels than faces in the women's division. You got Chelsea, you got Liv, you got Raquel, you got Charlotte, you got Nia Jax, who's just... Oh, that's another thing. We've diverted straight back to Nia Jax and fucking Tiffany Stratton already.
Yeah, dude. Where is that?
Come on.
You're hoping for some new, and we get some of the same, and why though? Don't tell. And again, I've always said it. What I just said though too, the talent pool is higher than ever. What are we doing reverting back to old stories? Yeah. Ones that are outplayed. Ones that we literally just did. I want to say we had a fucking Tiffany and Nia feud not but 3 months ago. Maybe 2 months ago.
Not even that. Yeah, it was right before the Charlotte feud.
So what the fuck, bro? What are we doing?
It's like she took a break after the Rumble because Charlotte won. Let Charlotte have her little feud and then came straight back for her. Why? There's so many other women Tiffany can feud with.
Tiffany's on SmackDown?
Yeah.
My first blame goes to Road Dogg.
Yeah, probably.
But then again, bad, stupid, dumb shit still happening on Raw. So,
they
are
also...
we just taking a break? If everybody watching Champions League football, is that what we're doing right now?
Because
nobody's paying attention on their job. You got fucking Paul Levesque like, I like this soccer thing. You know, standing there watching fucking Barcelona damn near almost lose to Inter Milan. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Trips is busy watching Stephanie's new show.
Okay, that's a different ballgame. You want to be a supportive husband. That's fine. But what's everybody else's excuse? What is the deal? Again, the lack of continuity. We do not need to be going backwards. We do not need to be incorporating storylines that don't make sense to say this is why somebody turned fucking heel or face. You're supposed to have all of this be a genuine reaction. How are the people genuinely reacting to them? And if they don't like her or him, we're going to say so. Remember how fucking loud... And again, I bring this up because literally if you go back 4 weeks, Dom is still getting booed. 4 weeks ago, Dom is getting booed. 3 weeks ago, Dom is getting booed. 2 weeks ago, beloved. Last week, beloved. This week, beloved. Again, and that's when you fucking roll with the punches. This is how you fit into the, you are the square hole that goes into the square peg. Like, huh?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he is when Liv comes back, because she's going to be off for 4 weeks now, filming. I think they said 4 weeks. What? Oh, she's filming a movie.
Hey, what kind of movie? I couldn't help myself.
But maybe Bea can shed more light on this. But also, they got Julia and Roxanne basically on Raw now. They're both heel. I'm not sure why Julia turned heel. Like, I get she was probably going to feud with Stephanie Vaquer to get her title back, but she's like full on heel, teaming up with Roxanne Perez on Raw. Doesn't make sense to me. But maybe Bea understands it more because he's the NXT guy.
Yeah, I would sure hope so, because again, I don't know. I guess I would. I don't know if I'd have Roxanne Perez as a fucking heel, though. That doesn't make I could kind of see it a little bit with Julia, just cause. I don't know why. Just the pissed off foreigner. I hate saying it like that, but you can kind of roll with that punch. And then again, as you said, she's trying to get back at it was Lyra, right? Stephanie Becky,
who's also pretty much on Raw now too.
Oh God, yeah, she's awesome too. But I don't know. I think we're back to, and I've got to say it like this because after ranting and raving for as long as we have about it, I think we're back to the reality of it's easier to book a heel than it is a face.
Unless you're Becky Lynch.
Unless you're Becky Lynch. Because
No.
I don't know what to tell you on that part. But in reality, is it though? Is it really that much easier to book a heel than a face? Because I don't see it. I could just see how you can have people gravitate towards a guy or a girl and just fucking roll with it. You know, the old-fashioned saying, take the ball and go, you know, strap a rocket to their ass. Whatever term you want to use, I thought that's what the ideas were. You felt we got the organic feeling of how the crowd reacts to them. We roll with that. We push with that. We go on with that. Not, this is our agenda. We're going to have you in this for this reason and that reason, even though it makes no sense to nobody else. Because they're over there and we're behind this curtain. Huh? But we're supposed to be following along with the story and make it make sense. Nah, we'll tell you what makes sense.
Funnily enough, though, the best promo of the night came from Pat McAfee on Raw.
Because he's the fucking man.
I'm pretty sure that whole promo was unscripted. But he delivered it perfectly, and Michael Cole's just sitting there going, yep. So Pat McAfee versus Gunther is, I don't think they made a date, but I think it's going to be Backlash.
Hey.
Maybe I missed that bit,
I
but
like that.
Yeah, so Nick Aldis filling in for Adam Pearce for the night. Adam Pearce got a week off. Aldis booked the match, decided to lift Gunther's suspension. I'm not sure when, I may have missed it, but I think the match is Backlash.
Like it.
And then finally, Seth's new faction. He did drop a couple of hints that they're going to call it Division, so I still want my royalties.
I swear they had come up with, somebody on the internet had posted up a stupid name, like it was the Trilogy of Terror or something like that. I was like, what? That sounds stupid as shit.
That's worse than calling Priest and Rhea Ripley the Terror Twins.
Oh God! Don't remind me.
But I like where Seth's faction's going. Braun Breaker is literally the hired hitman of the group.
Seriously.
And he looks so perfect in that little spotlight with Paul Heyman just over his shoulder.
It's working out. It's one of these things where I already knew once, Seth branched off and Paul went with him, and then the next night on Raw when we got Braun Breaker joining him, I'm like, I hate Seth's a faction guy, but the reality is he's helped a lot of people within this faction. He's grown within these factions. Obviously, he started with the Shield, then he was a part of the Authority, then it was I want to say the Monday Night Messiah and the Disciples.
Yeah. And
now it's this one, and they haven't really ever steered him wrong. If anything, worst case scenario, poor bastard. The backhand of him, Seth will look good. Seth will, come out looking like a bigger star or whatever. But again, I don't see any true hindrance happening to Braun Breaker because of this. I just don't.
I think this faction's going to be the making of him. And I still hope there's another member to come. But
yeah, the question is whom?
A lot of people jumped to Austin Theory. I'm not sure why. Maybe just because he reminds them of a young Randy Orton or something. I don't know. But
yeah.
I think it would have to be somebody of that caliber, young, up and coming, still hasn't reached their potential.
Whereas an Austin Theory, maybe a Carmelo Hayes.
Whereas Braun Breaker, I think, is in a better position now than Batista was when he joined Evolution.
Oh, yeah. Much better. An established guy, beyond established, former Intercontinental Champion. Oh, yeah.
And they told a great...
You weren't just the big guy that hung out with I forgot who it was.
I think...
fucking Devon.
Brother Devon.
Brother Devon.
Brother Devon and Deacon Batista.
Oh, God.
Just walking around with a cinder block around his neck.
The fucking cinder block. Oh, I love nostalgia.
2002 was weird.
You're telling me, bud.
But they told a great story this week with Sami Zayn being inserted into the feud. Sami Zayn's a hell of a storyteller.
Dude, the guy's been over forever and a day. We've been in love with this cat since NXT. They tried to bury him when he came up, and he was unfucking deniable. He was the cool white guy that hung out with all the cool guys. You thought he was a nerd. Nope, wasn't a nerd. He'd make you laugh though in a goddamn heartbeat with this fucking what's up, Big Oos and all this. First off, I can't. I love it. I would be dying to. It was great, but he has been a guy who's over for a minute. He may not be again. I hate using the Brett and Sean comparisons, but he's not the big guy like some of the other ones are. But he maintains his momentum, or at least has for the last 5 years, almost 6 years now. He's been on a roll. So I love it though. I love it. I love it. I love it. Keep Sami Zayn involved. And then immediately makes me think of Kevin. But it's a neck injury. I don't know when we'll see Kevin for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin was almost a faction guy with that time when Triple H helped him win the Universal title, and it never came to be. So we've never actually seen KO in a faction.
Please, that would be sick. I don't know why it just fits where it's like, just when you know that somebody's got that backing, you know what I mean? I don't know what it just gives you a different layer to them. You know, the idea that Solo Sikoa was a little, not untouchable, but he was unbeatable for a bit because of the bloodline. Roman Reigns was beyond unbeatable because of the bloodline. Jon Moxley because of the Moxley Murder Crew. You know what I mean? And it kind of goes hand in hand with it.
Yeah.
But I think that would be great.
Apparently we're not going to see Roman now for a couple of months, until June.
Aww.
No, it's almost June. Until June, maybe towards SummerSlam.
Right when my kid starts to love you.
But, I mean, he is supposed to be going through a character change. When he was written off was supposedly the end of the tribal chief gimmick.
Oh?
So, see how he comes back as a mega face without that gimmick. I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be different. Gonna be different. But we'll see.
Yeah, and then as far as Cena goes, him and Orton, I've seen a lot of people complain that we're doing Cena and Orton again, and I'm just like, but it's Cena's retirement year. Obviously, he was going to have one last feud with Randy Orton.
And thank you for that, because the reality is you don't give John Cena another run without giving Randy Orton a shot at John Cena. It just, they go hand in hand. When you say Hulk Hogan, you think Andre the Giant, or I guess in this instance now Eric Bischoff, but regardless, when they go hand in hand, they have to happen. And yeah, it's his first defense, so of course Randy ain't gonna win. Oh, it's unfair. Who cares? It's marquee names. When Hulk Hogan came back and wrestled The Rock, it was a marquee thing. Okay, these are just let it happen. Give it time. You'll get some of the better matches that you want eventually. I'm sure we will.
Yeah, but I mean, there is also a fresh dynamic to this feud this time, because we've never seen Cena as the heel and Orton as the face when they faced each other before.
Oh, that's right. The dynamic change, which is, again, crazy. Because it was always, you can't see me. And making fun of his color shirts and all the other stuff. And now it's going to be the other way around. Yeah. What if he says he's on steroids? Is he going to get mad? I think he is going to get mad.
Yeah. Cena's heel run is going okay. I don't think it's quite as amazing as we thought it was going to be, but his promos have been good. Just the storylines aren't quite there. Obviously, The Rock was missing from the Cody feud.
Yeah, people are still whining.
Yeah, we've still got really no explanation to the whole faction with Travis Scott and everything. It's just Cena turned heel. Travis Scott's there for some reason. And the Rock's pulling the strings, but we haven't seen him since.
Yeah, it's weird. The final boss was like, I don't want to be the final boss anymore, so he just kind of dipped. I always want to blame, like, oh, well, he was filming a movie and this and that, but I'm almost sure the movie had been done and filmed prior to anything he could have had been in his way. I don't know if you're aware, but he's going to be starring in a I guess a biography picture about Mark the Hammer Coleman.
Yeah. I think the trailer just came out.
I was like, it looks cool. He fucking doesn't look like him at all, which is awesome. I kind of like that part.
It looks like an AI rock.
It really does, though. Oh, God, I didn't even think of it like that. That's forever going to stick in my brain. I cannot say it. But now, him missing from it, him not coming out, at least walking out with Travis Scott, just put a weird taste in your mouth. It just was like, but what about? And then this story just kind of doesn't feel all the way complete without him.
Yeah.
Like, we know John's going to be a heel. We know John's last run is going to be the heel run, the one that we never thought he'd actually ever get. He's going to be the asshole. But we thought he was the asshole because of The Rock.
Yeah.
And now
the whole feud, the whole lack of a payoff was kind of like when Darth Vader reveals at the end of Empire that he's Luke's dad, and then you don't see him at all in Return of the Jedi. There's no Darth Vader.
Yep.
Where's the payoff?
Where's the payoff? We're just sitting here asking the questions. Ridiculous.
All right, we'll get into AEW in just a little bit, but we do have 2 title matches this week on the first ever MayDay. First up is the Duel Championship. Yes, it is still around. Last week, Chris Reid decided he was tired of people not challenging him, so he set his own challenge, and for some reason, called out the Kingpin. So it is now time for the Duel Championship to be defended by Chris Reid, who's probably still recovering from whatever the hell the Demoness did to him, versus the Kingpin.
Good luck, bro.
It's easy to be the best thing going today when the Kingpin is not in the building. But the moment that the Kingpin shows up, you just got moved all the way to the back of the line.
Please welcome the challenger. He is the Kingpin.
Oh shit, far be it for me to start this promo out laughing, but I haven't stopped laughing. I haven't stopped laughing since some bitch motherfucker called me out. I mean, come on, dog. You gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. What is this? What do you think you're doing? Why are you not taking advice? Go ask Flex. Come on, man. Flex knows. Go ask Travis. The travesty. Speak to your friends. What is this? Why would you ever make the mistake of calling out the program director? It is me, baby. The Kingpin. What are you thinking, Chris Reid? Obviously you're not thinking. And that's the fucking problem. You don't think. I mean, my God. I just have you spent one day of your life in school? Have you done one homework assignment? Help me understand. Answer the question for the people. You're ridiculous. You know, it's kind of like, in a sense, you and I are cut from the same cloth because, you know, the Demoness destroyed me. The Demoness destroyed you. Hell, she just put you to sleep last week. But I'm the one that's been sent to wake your bitch ass up. Alarm clock, bitch! Oh my God, I can't take it. You're so dumb. It hurts me. I'm physically hurt by your lack of intelligence. I mean, I guess clearly you somehow survived the Demoness, but then you think that the next thing that you should do with your spared life, with your measly continued existence, is to then come at me? Me? Hang on. Let me make sure it's... Oh, yeah, that's right. It's still me, bitch. And you gonna have the audacity to put the Duel Championship on the line? You want your belt snatched? I don't even want that belt, but I'll snatch it from you. I don't want it. I just don't want you to have it. I'll take that motherfucker just so you can't have that shit. Okay? I know I said before that beating Travesty was going to be the easiest thing I ever did. And it would have been, but he got a pass. He got a pass because Rodney Slab a bitch, and all love and respect to him, you know, had some major things on the line. So Travesty was spared. But ain't nobody coming for you. Ain't nobody gonna help you. Nothing is gonna save you from this ass whooping that I'm getting ready to dish out to you. You fucked up when you came at me, the fucking Kingpin. I'm trying to compose myself. You think you fucking scare me? Nobody's fucking afraid of you, bitch. Okay? And look around. Who you got with you? Where's Flex? I don't see him by your side. Where's Travesty? I don't see him by your side. As far as I can tell, you are completely alone, bitch. And you are... Oh, what the fuck? I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Let me tell you something, brother. Chris Reid sends his best, bitch.
Representing the Brothers of Max Destruction, he is the Max Duel Champion, the Desolator, Chris Reid.
Years ago, on the episode of SmackDown before No Way Out in 2004, Eddie Guerrero, one of the greatest of all time, Viva la Raza, delivered what is probably, perhaps, one of his most emotional, most passionate promo that I have ever seen and heard in my entire life. To Brock Lesnar, before he defeated Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship at No Way Out. It was known as the Addiction Promo. And just like him, I am also addicted. I'm also an addict. My addiction is to prove all of those wrong. My addiction is to prove to everybody on what I'm capable of. My addiction is to prove everybody that I have what it takes to be here in Max Wrestling. My addiction is to slay those who says nay. And Amir Costello, you are no different from them. You are a naysayer that needs to be slayed. And as a matter of fact, you are such a naysayer. You keep on saying nay so much to the point where you're basically turning into a horse. Or, well, to say the very least, an overgrown horse's ass. And you are... Amir, I'm not sure if you've been watching the same thing that I've been doing. Now, before I start going through the list again, and in all fairness, it's been a while since I've done this. Let me be honest with you. I'm aware of who you are. I know what you've done here in Max Wrestling. First ever promo champion. You won the knowledge title, tag team titles, what have you. I get it. You done it all here in Max Wrestling. You are not only part of Max Wrestling, but you are also the Kingpin of this little thing called RTW. Bravo, my friend. Bravo. I'll give you that. But, apparently, even though despite the fact that I admired and I respect what you've done here in Max Wrestling, I feel like I'm not getting the same thing from you. Because you think that I'm a joke. Amir, look, listen, the only thing that I am, to say the very least, is dual champion, so shut up, bitch. And yeah, I wasn't just the inaugural dual champion. I became the first ever 3-time dual champion. I won that championship more times than anyone in Max Wrestling here has. And it's such an easy championship to win too, I might add. Unless, you're depending on TV rules and all this stuff, but just like I am now. But still, even under TV rules, look at the draw. TV rules, there's no disqualification. Look at the draw with no DQ, whatever, what have you. I'm still going to win. Even if I did lose the dual championship, I'm still going to come back for it. I mean, you've beaten about everybody here in Max Wrestling. But you haven't beaten me. Second, I haven't beat you either. You have went up against the best of the best here in Max Wrestling. You went up against the likes of the Captain, Dazzy Lee, Jonathan Beer, the Phoenix, Moses Marquez, the Walking Travis, the Cataclysmic Entity, Flex Murdoch, Brittany Savage, the Podcast Machine, Mike Larkin. For once, I didn't call you the Ryback of Max Wrestling. You're welcome, by the way. You have done it all, but if you think for 1 minute, Amir, that I'm going to lose to some guy that has 2 alter egos of a rejected version of Paul Heyman and a guy that has an alter ego of an idiot that says some very, very racial comments, you, my friend, has got to be one of the biggest fucking hypocrites of all time. And then you have the audacity to make jokes about me wearing my gloves at Promo Mania and all that stuff. That's funny, man. Let's give you a round of applause for that. Man, you are just proving my point, Amir. You're proving my point. Amir Costello, you need to wake up and smell the coffee. Open your eyes, son. You're not going to beat me for my dual title. You ain't going to take my dual championship away from me. Consider this a warning, Amir. And even though I'm wearing his shirt, I ain't no Undertaker. But if you press me again, you're going to be a dead man walking, bitch. Have a nice day.
Thursday on Max. Predictions, recaps, trivia, and groundbreaking promos, and the occasional rant.
I'm gonna say it again. Fucking Netflix.
Fucking Netflix.
You have known for months now that this Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight was gonna happen. You knew. You had more than enough time to get the infrastructure for your website ready to go.
Join us on the Max Wrestling Podcast every Thursday. Exclusively on YouTube and audio on all podcast platforms. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
All right. Let's get into last night Dynamite. TK's doing something. Maybe it's not cocaine. Maybe it's something better. I don't know right now. All I know is these last Dynamites have been very, very good. To start it off, we went right to, as I like to say, right to Reseda, California, right to the good old days of PWG, because even Excalibur was making that fun joke. And we had a beautiful 8-man tag. It was AEW International Champion Kenny Omega teaming up with Speedball Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight, and Mark Briscoe to take on the Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada, Ricochet, and the Young Bucks. This match was every bit Reseda, California. This match was every bit you get a highlight tape, and then you wait 3 months to buy the DVD from PWG, because that's exactly what it was. We had the crazy Young Bucks spots where they're calling it the water pump arm breaker, where Matt Jackson is on the outside and one of the guys gets their arm draped over and he's just wrenching his arm. And he's wrenching his arm. And then another guy comes over and he's doing it again. And then he keeps doing it. And then he keeps doing it. And he gets so involved with staring at the crowd and being a dickhead that when the tables finally turn and Kenny actually gets Ricochet's arm into Matt's hand, he's cranking on it. And Okada's giving him this look of, no. And he stops. And he feels the bald head. Oh, dang it. And he then gets kicked in the face. Great spots. I love these spots. Again, it was all, as I said in the TSK chat, we needed a thumb to the bum to complete this entire PWG scenario. But we're not going to get into AEW television. That's fine. It was absolute madness. We had the hidden crane spot again from Speedball Mike Bailey and Mark Briscoe using the Taekwondo and the redneck Kung Fu. We did get an actual 3-minute beauty that was Okada and Omega just going ham for 3 minutes, countering this, countering that, countering this, countering that. No One Wing Angel, no Rainmaker, just for Mark Briscoe to get hit with the Rainmaker, and the bad guys pick up the dub. Absolutely outstanding. Had this crowd on their feet. It was ridiculous. One to definitely go check out if you're going to do anything. The Hurt Syndicate, they're in the back. They've got these what looks to be fans, and I don't know how fans are in the backstage area, but they're they're doing this whole song, "We Hurt People," and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's cool, you like that? You know what's even better than singing 'We Hurt People'? Hurting people." And of course, they start beating the crap out of people. Bobby Lashley's picking people up and gently putting them down on the stuff, and I'm like, "You're so nice, Bobby. You're so nice." And then they have to have this discussion. Okay, are you on board? He's like, "Oh, well, I did like the car. You got 3 of them damn cars." He's like, "Are you on board?" Whatever. They go to the ring. They try to figure it out. And they're not going to do that. The next thing we get is a trios title match. The Ops defending against Miles Hawkins, Rhett Titus, and Nick Camarado, who Nick Camarado is recently coming off of a very bad injury. I have no idea what the injury is, but he's coming back off it super fresh. The Ops get the win. It's meant to be a squash. You got Shibata in there chopping the shit out of big-ass Nick Camarado. I thought it was hilarious. But they're not going to get much real action for a bit. That's fine. I'm not really tripping. But, of course, after the match, Jon Moxley comes out, acts like a boss. They throw hands for a little bit. This is all what Joe says. He says, "You're going to come out here, you want to act like a boss. When you throw hands, you act like a little bitch." He said, "You begged me for weeks to come out here, and all I'm trying to do is give you what you want, John." He's like, "So I'm going to give the people what they want, and that's to see a fair fight for the AEW Championship. So we are going to do it in a steel cage." So was it Beach Break? And I want to say 2 weeks. It's going to be Jon Moxley versus Samoa Joe for the AEW Championship in a steel cage. It's going to be good shit. Backstage, Mercedes Moné's talking with Renee Paquette. She talks about how talking about how she's been undefeated since she's been here. She's been here for a year. Jamie Hayter has her beat by size, strength, and all this other stuff. And she's like, I've been here this long. I'm undefeated. I'm not worried about all this fun stuff. I'm not worried about her this, not worried about her history. Literally just dog walking the shit out of her. We'll get into what happens about it later. We stay backstage. Renee Paquette's talking to the patriarchy, brings up Nick Wayne and how he will be representing AEW in the Best of the Super Juniors. Right as he's trying to talk, of course, Christian is like, I demand all questions be given to me first, as I am the leader of the patriarchy. And I'm just like, oh, no, I'm the father of the patriarchy. I was like, oh, my God, here we fucking go. And as he's trying to say this, Jay Lethal walks in. He's like, I want all questions given to the Jay Lethal. And he's like, okay, I'll take your questions. That was the dumbest thing ever. Jay Lethal's the fucking man. Challenges Nick Wayne for a title match. He says, the longest reigning Ring of Honor television champion against the youngest in its history. What do you say? Oh, well, I'm not ready, and I'm trying to, save up for the Best Super Juniors. Christian's like, he will wrestle you tonight. Of course, the angry dad's got to make sure that the kid's playing baseball this year. You get out there and you make our name proud. Love this shit. It's so awesome. I really do love the storyline. I really do love the storyline. Things I fucking loved, and holy shit, I hope this young lady hangs out a little longer. AEW Championship Eliminator match. Timeless Toni Storm against Mayu Yamashita. This young lady went hard to the paint. Oh my goodness. Wow. All Japan, Joshi Pro Wrestling, the queen of Joshi Pro Wrestling. I was blown away. I thought I was watching Toni Storm in Stardom. This was a hell of a match. Apparently she's been featured a lot more on Ring of Honor than anything else. It's time to get her on Dynamite more, and I mean yesterday. And then again next week. That'd be really sweet. Again, Toni Storm does pick up the win with the Storm Zero after hitting a gnarly hip attack into the corner. It looked like at times like she wasn't going to be able to put her away. But, of course, Toni Storm comes out the victor. After the match, Mercedes has to come strutting out. She chants, "What's up there, Norfolk?" And everybody gets all excited. Shut the hell up. I actually kind of thought that was cool. As she's ranting and raving, of course, she was talking shit about Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter comes out, just fucking lays her out, hits her with wants to hit her with the Haterade. Of course, Mercedes ducks off, scurries away. Storm looks impressed, and now it's what are we going to get? Are we going to get the storyline that we kind of figured, where everybody's figuring, I should say, where it's going to be Mercedes and Tony? Or are we going to get the match we were supposed to get at All In, London, where it's Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter, which they're kind of hoping for that one, but we'll see where it goes. It's time to... exactly. Is right. Time to see if MJF can finally be the white chocolate with the Hurt Syndicate. Short answer, no. Bobby Lashley is not doing it. But this time, MJF's not baiting him with a car. He's not baiting him with beautiful women. He's insulting him. So he goes up to Shelton. Everybody give it up for Shelton. He's a legend in this business. Everybody gets all excited. He's Shelton. And he goes to MVP. Of course, he calls him Montavious because they're on a first-name basis. I don't think I could call somebody Montavious so many times in a day. I couldn't do it. It's mouthful. But he's like, I love you, legend in the business. They get an MVP chant. And then there's Bob, which I love this. I do. But, of course, he's getting angry. He's all, look at here, you big, bald son of a bitch. It gets in his face. Bob gets right back in his face. He's like, you know what I want? Well, obviously don't have the microphone, but he's like, do you know what I want? He's like, I hurt people. I want to see you hurt somebody. That's how you can impress me. And then the tension just kind of falls, and now it's on MJF's head. Are you going to hurt somebody? See how that one goes. Ring of Honor Championship, Nick Wayne, Jay Lethal. Nick Wayne started alone. Then Christian Cage came out like mid-fucking entrance, like a total asshole, because, why not? Fine match. Not super great. Not super amazing. Jay Lethal can work with anybody. Nick Wayne is an up-and-comer in this industry. I hope he does something well in the Best of the Super Juniors. Now, granted, I don't need him winning the Best of the Super Juniors. I don't expect him to win the Best of the Super Juniors. I don't even expect him to make him to the goddamn quarterfinals of the Best of Super Juniors. But I kind of need him to have a half-decent outing.
Yeah.
We get a confirmation from Excalibur about the world title match in Steel Cage. And then at the end of it, we get For our main event, Hangman Adam Page, Kyle Fletcher in the Owen Hart semifinal match. Winner of this one goes on to face Will Ospreay. I talk about it each and every fucking week, dude. This Kyle Fletcher kid, because that's what he is to me. He's a kid. Is out of this world. He is out of this world. These guys are fighting everywhere around this ring. There's a whole point where Fletcher has his hair pulled back and he's on top of Mox like he's trying to ride a horse, and he's trying to make fun of him like he's a cowboy. Obviously going to piss off the cowboy. And within doing that, he gets just backdropped over this LED board. And I don't know how he got cut open on his back, but this dude's bleeding from his back. They're walking the top of this LED board. And Kyle goes to kick him in the gut. Hangman grabs his leg, kind of powers it underneath him, face plants. As he face plants, Hangman moonsaults into a pile driver. What a fucking sequence. Gets back in the ring. They're literally throwing just the gnarliest strikes, big boots, elbows, brain busters, you name it. They're going bananas. Don Callis he's losing his mind on commentary as Fletcher gets hit again with a boot into the corner. Fletcher tries to go for the top rope brainbuster, gets clotheslined out of it, buckshot lariat to finish it. Hangman Adam Page will go on to face Will Ospreay, Double or Nothing. Much needed. I think everybody's a little sick of seeing Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. Now the question is, which one of these two goes on? Is it going to be Hangman? Is it going to be Will Ospreay? And are either one of these motherfuckers going to somehow beat Moxley and the goddamn Murder Group?
I think it's got to be Hangman, mainly because All In's in Texas.
I think so.
If it was in London again, maybe Ospreay, but they've already put him in the world title match in London once. Wait, was it in London? No, he faced MJF last year.
No, MJF, yeah.
When was it Ospreay challenged for the world title and then lost?
I don't think Ospreay has challenged for the AEW championship yet.
Am I thinking of something else?
At least I don't think so.
Did he not face Swerve?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Was that the AEW championship?
Yeah, either way, I think it's going to be Hangman. And
yeah, I think it would be, too.
Maybe Hangman gets the win, maybe get that big pop. Because you got to get that title off Mox. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's been time. It's been time to get it off Mox, and I think even he knows that. So, make the decision.
That cage match with Joe, I don't know why it's happening on the Dynamite before Double or Nothing.
Because it's Beach Break.
Yeah, well, why?
Because like an impromptu pay-per-view-ish kind of shit. Fuck. Here's the thing that I'm kind of seeing about it, and this is where it kind of irks the fuck out of me, is they are doing everything they can to weaken Jon Moxley. At least they want to show you that. So they're going to give him a brutal match in a steel cage against Samoa Joe, and then maybe he goes on to lose it against either, probably Will Ospreay or Hangman. And if it ends up being that, then that's going to be what they're going to try to play it. Oh, well, look at all the trials and tribulations Jon Moxley's had to go through. He survived a cage match with Samoa Joe, survived of this, survived of that, survived of this, and then, oh, of course he lost to Hangman. They're going to try to play it. I think that's the way they're going to try to play it. I don't think that's going to do it. I think that's how they think they're going to do it. But
I mean, there's a little bit of a build. All In's not till 12th of July.
Yeah. So, got 2 months. You can do something in 2 months. Trust me. You can build the fuck out of this in 2 months.
Yeah. I just wonder what the card's going to look like for Double or Nothing, because right now we've literally got the 2 Owen Hart Cup finals, and that's it. And it's 2.5 weeks away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come on, TK, what are we doing?
Yeah. Where's the other 10 matches?
Fucking off.
But anyway. It is now time for our second title match for MayDay as Blade Rodriguez defends against Mike Larkin. He has not dethroned, but he's taken down a couple of big names already. Can he take down Mikey Mike as well? Or is Mike finally going to complete his, well, almost complete his collection, because he ain't won the Duel title or the World title. But TV's one that's eluded him a couple of times, actually. So can Mike finally win the TV title, or will Blade continue his dominant run? Let's find out.
Please welcome the Max Television Champion, Blade Rodriguez.
Greetings, Max Wrestling. On this episode of Blade Rodriguez needs to protect his TV title, once again, it appears someone who has challenged me is also one who has been consistently, not constantly, yet consistently striking a nerve. So on this episode of Blade Rodriguez climbing to new heights, we're about to drop the Mike Larkin. Yes, Mr. Larkin, I see the messages you have sent. And although the offer came from a place in your heart of being courteous, you just don't know when to quit. You just don't know when to accept the word no. You called me out. You've tried to get my attention on, well, now through Max Wrestling, but also on the different platforms, so you finally got my attention. So, I have done my research. You, pathetic little gummy worm of slime, the underbelly of the world, you work for a data company. Is this why your little Smeagol ass is trying to get all the information and invade people's privacy? I mean, for the love of God, Quasimodo, since when did Frollo the Friar ever let you out of your freaking bell tower? Because this isn't fiction. This isn't Disney. Your incompetence and false courage wouldn't even give you the time of day to be able to even have a peek at whatever Esmeralda dame you try to pique interest of. You lonely, lonely, sad, terrible, golem piece of shit. I hope that now that you've gotten my attention and you've heard from me, that you know without a shadow of a doubt, no pun intended, I am not interested in whatever little game you want to play. I am not interested in whatever little heist you want to pull off. I'm not interested in any little backstabbing, shitty agenda you want to put out there. My loyalty is to Max Wrestling. My loyalty is to the cause. My loyalty is, for the lack of the better word, to the game. But you wanted to challenge me. So, come on, Mike Wazowski Larkin. Let's see what you can truly do. So, they say you're an OG. No. You may be called an OG, but unlike Original Gangster, only Golem, I hope this message finds you unwell. You grandma's basement, working on a computer, sniveling little bastard. Normally, I make a different kind of casual promo where I just talk about reaching new heights and conquering other people in my way as though they are a stepping stone. You're not a stepping stone. You're not even the dirt on the bottom or around the ground of a stepping stone. I do not need to mention names. However, they know who are the true OGs and stepping stones that I need to conquer to get them out of my way to be able to reach new heights. You are not even filler in a fucking anime. You are a goddamn nuisance commercial that I have to put up with when I'm trying to watch Chopped on fucking Hulu, you son of a bitch. Bastard. So, I'm going to say this once, and only once. Leatherface. Stay the fuck out of my way before you get hurt. And when I say get hurt, it is not threatening, physical, or anything that could get anyone in trouble. Stay the fuck out of my way before I continue to hurt your feelings. Because fuck your feelings. Fuck your agenda. Goddamn nuisance. But hey, I hope you like what you see. For you, out of your own free will, pursued it yourself. I would say, get to the back of the line, but you're so pathetic. Get the fuck out of the line before you're put in your place indefinitely.
And his opponent, the challenger, the podcast machine, Mike Larkin.
Blade Rodriguez, a man who likes to use big words like effervescence, onomatopoeia. Well, onomatopoeia your ass. Check this out, Blade Rodriguez. You are boring as hell. You are bland as piss. And if I'm being completely honest, you are the drizzling shits. I mean, my God, did you see his last promo? Daniel Crimmins isn't even worth the amount of a YouTube ad. Hi, Who are you, Brainy from Hey Arnold? My God, I'm facing Max Wrestling's resident narcoleptic. Well, consider me your pick-me-up because, my God, man, put it together. Get serious. Have some energy. Evoke some emotion. Do something. I can't face myself. My God, do we let anyone come in and just cut promos? Wait, don't answer that. That's a rhetorical question. Good God, man. I would rather watch a Tanya Harding sex tape having sex with her husband, Jeff Gillooly, and that is about increasingly as bad as a Blade Rodriguez promo. I mean, my God, a Blade Rodriguez promo and Tanya Harding sex tape have something in common. By the end of it, you'll be screaming like Nancy Kerrigan. Why? Why? Dude, why are you even here? For the love of God, just go back to TikTok. Go back to being the saturation of the degeneracy of today's youth and the degeneracy of social media and everything that is unholy in today's world and society. For the love of God, go back to TikTok land. I mean, let's put this in the bluntest of terms. I really don't know you that well. I really don't. Do I care to know you? Maybe, maybe not. But let me tell you straight up and down like 6 o'clock, brother. You do not want to go against a heavy hitter like myself. You heard Dazzy. You heard Moses. They know what the fuck is up. Even in defeat, I show up and I show out, and you can't touch the greatness that is Mike Larkin. You feel me? Okay, I know you do. Take it in. Boom. Check this out. I go onto the Max Wrestling Facebook page, right? I see Mr. Blade Rodriguez. He's interacting. He's liking. He's engaging somewhat more than he engages in promos. And what I noticed about him, and that he's currently residing in the great state of Texas, which, dude, that's awesome. I mean, when you think of Texas and you think of professional wrestling, you think of the Von Erichs versus the Fabulous Freebirds, World-Class Championship Wrestling. Oh, my God, what a feud. I mean, the best way I can describe it is like Kevin Von Erich, you know? When I think of Blade Rodriguez and I think of his promos, he lacks decency and he's nothing but filth. Oh, what's that? What's that, Blade? Oh, you don't know shit about wrestling. Fair enough. There's a little homework assignment for you, son. So you could speak your verbal jargon. You could speak your verbal diarrhea. Hell, you can even call up the fuckery department. Hold on 1 second. Fuckery department, how may I help you? Yes, I have a complaint about one Mr. Blade Rodriguez, if that is his real name. Oh, yes, that is an ongoing occurrence. He seems to be putting people to sleep. People haven't woken up in days. And quite frankly, Mr. Sandman brings him a dream. Mr. Sandman brings him a dream? No, wait, it's actually more like a nightmare. Okay, thanks. Bye. You see, dude, you are a constant nuisance on society and just an overall complaint department and someone's absolute ruining of a wet dream. Oh, my God. I can't even have words in this promo to describe him that you're so bad. Look, you look like the cross between Macaulay Culkin and if Richie Cunningham got blitzed for the first time. And please believe, at the end of this promo, you will not be having any happy days. I really, really am trying to put something together. And trust me, this will be better than my last promo against the Chucklefuck, who I originally beaten for the Max Wrestling Television Championship. And as far as I'm concerned, that Chucklefuck can rot in hell. This is possibly the only positive thing that I will say about you, Blade Rodriguez, is that I'm not facing a Chucklefuck like that one that I did. I see you. I hear you. And I don't like it. I think the quality of what we are seeing in these promos, including yourself, has been piss poor and bland. And quite frankly, the fact that you're the Max Wrestling Television Champion is an absolute stain on the ass of life. I look at you, Blade Rodriguez, and all I see is someone who just is a nothing, who's just there, who's just someone who, the best way I can describe it is an extra. He's a standby guy. When you're looking at the main star, you're looking at the coup de grace, you were looking at the accoutrement when it comes to podcasting and when it comes to promos, my dude. I look at you, I see you, and it's nothing. I'm going to say it again. I look at you, I see you, and it's nothing. Quite frankly, even in defeat, I could cut a better promo than you. Even if I win, I got a promo than you. But if you beat me, your stock has risen. But if I beat you, I'm going to piss a lot of people off. And quite frankly, I enjoy that. Because that's what I've been doing for the past 33 years of my life. Who is this four-eyed nerd with blonde hair and blue eyes? I'm Mike Larkin, and you're not. And you can never be. And that's what I get off on. Proving people wrong, showing up and showing out. It's my love, it's my joy, it's my passion. And you take away each and every person who cuts a promo in this league. And it makes people's passion get ripped away because it is subjected to pedestrian and abysmal promos by a guy who in his own right was pedestrian and abysmal. and will never amount to what he thinks he should be amounted to. So go back to TikTok land. Get the fuck out of here. And don't ever think that you can stand a chance against greatness. My name is Mike Larkin. I am the podcast machine. And as always, it's my pleasure. But most importantly, it's your honor. Blade Rodriguez. Blade Rodriguez. I would rather watch the Blade movie with Wesley Snipes, the ultimate classic, than to listen to a Blade Rodriguez promo. Now, if you excuse me, I got to get back to my book. Ever since I was a kid, I have loved homemade soaps, incense, and oils. Growing up, I would collect and buy beads and seashells and make leather chokers and necklaces for myself and my friends. Storing my supplies in an old egg carton, I was always drawn to music stores, head shops, and spiritual New Age stores. The smell of the incense always drew me in. I always loved astrology and would look up my birth sign, Taurus the Bull, to see who I would be compatible with. Maybe the answers were in the stars, but it was always soap that intrigued me the most. In December 2018, I was at the mall and saw a huge display of homemade soap. I looked at all the shapes and colors and sniffed all the unique fragrances. There was even a description of what essential oils were and what they were used for. I thought, why can't I make soap myself? I can do this. I gathered up as many reading materials as I could and started researching. I watched videos, bought the materials I needed, and finally got up the courage to make my first soap. I was so very nervous because I was afraid of the lye. Lye is extremely caustic. It can cause burns to the skin and can do a lot of damage if ingested or inhaled. I was afraid I was about to play mad scientist and have some deadly chemicals blow up in my face. I didn't know what to expect. Books don't really explain it well enough, and the people in YouTube videos have been making soap for years. Most of them are wearing goggles and gloves while mixing the ingredients together, which made me even more hesitant. That was more entertaining and had more passion and energy than a Blade Rodriguez promo. Hooray for Hollywood, a memoir by Jeannie Besson of Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, featuring a piece, The Mummy, by my good friend Tommy Bellart, now available at Amazon.com. Cheap plug, another chapter has written, and another chapter has ended. Greatness.
All right, the beautiful thing about this is I kind of do wish we had a gambling system. That's a different thing for a different day. Let's get into the times. Big Mike Larkin, the podcast machine, coming back to do some promo work as he likes to do, challenging for the TV championship. 7 minutes, 43 seconds. Very typical of Mike. But I've said it once and I'll say it 1,000 times. This cat ain't the same. He is not one of us. He's on a different level. He's sharper than the rest of us. The champion, Blade Rodriguez, comes in 8 minutes flat. I'm telling you, there's no stopping this kid. Your winner still, television champion, Blade Rodriguez. I don't know what to do. You know what? No, I do know what to do. I'm going to call Doc Brown. Just hear me out. Don't laugh at me yet. I'm going to call Doc Brown. I'm going to cut a promo on this kid, right? I'm going to fucking go a week in advance, figure out where he went. I'm going to come back, cut another promo.
That's the thing. He's
just
unpredictable.
To find out that he fucking met Doc Brown too. We're fucked.
You can't predict Blade. He went long against Mike. He went short against DC and won by DQ.
You know what the words we're not using? He's smarter. This is it. It's not a knock on our competitors. It's not a knock on our system here at Max. It is the true fact of it. The true fact. This guy came in and he did his fucking homework. And he did his homework so well that he got to go home early. This cat's at home playing Vince games, eating some ramen noodle, whatever. We're still having to study the book. He knows the book. I dead ass. I really don't know who's going to beat this cat. I really don't know.
No, and even Mike lost by... Hold on, let me do my math. 17 seconds?
17 seconds. 17 seconds. Are you kidding me? They don't score goals that fast. Fucking Christ.
Good job, Blade. Still TV champion. I'm getting less and less salty about losing the title to him the more impressive he is week by week, month by month.
I'm telling you, after I lost it and I seen the small run he was going on, I already was like, hey.
You earned it.
But you earned it and then some. Way to carve your name into the history books.
So, thank you for joining us for MayDay. The next official Max event is the 3rd annual Full House, and it comes your way in another 2 weeks. Again, short crossover as we predict AEW's Double or Nothing.
And boy, we can't wait. After Cypher turned down the challenge to a triple threat main event at Trivia Takeover, we are now making it official that the Phoenix will go one-on-one and have his one-on-one rematch with the now current Knowledge Champion Ted P. De Niro, and it goes all the way down the line. It'll be traditional Double or Nothing rules. If the Phoenix wins the title, they'll have to double Teddy's score. Good God, we're climbing the mountain, Phoenix.
Double or Nothing rules is tricky, but the title has changed hands at least once under those rules, I think. And I'm pretty sure Phoenix was involved in that one too. But
oh yeah.
Once again, it comes your way in 2 weeks' time, May 22nd. Join us for the 2025 Full House. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com/Full House for more information.
That's right, and of course, the official theme song for Full House is Machine, taken from the brand new album Captain's Revenge, or Captain's Revenge's brand new album, Clarity, now available everywhere. Get to clicking and go check it out.
Sorry. Now, we have two lists we always check twice. One is nice, one is not so nice. It is time for the Bellend board.
Come on.
The hell's a Bellend?
A Bellend? You're a Bellend, mate. Look, Bellend 1, Bellend 2, big veiny Bellend over here.
Okay.
Right. It's pretty obvious.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
There's two obvious names for the Bellend board.
The thing that's tripping me out about the pretty obvious names is like the first one that I'm seeing, how he's only so low is ridiculous.
They're both only on 20.
Ridiculous right now. And then they both are. Okay, we're changing that. We're changing that ASAP. For the dumbest rip off fucking NWO thing I've seen in all my days, for recruiting one of the best amateur wrestling minds I've ever heard about into some whatever bullshit you guys got going on, and for being just right-winged fucks. The team of Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan, you can individually give them 80 points and put them both on 100.
Yes.
For crying out fucking loud. I'm going to start a promotion, Real American. Shut the fuck up. Real American Wrestling.
You got money. Yeah, for now.
For now. And they'll say you got money. You know you got mortgage to fucking pay. You know you got alimony to pay. Or your wife's getting porked by a 20-something-year-old. Yeah, I went there. Who else is getting some fucking Mick? No, hold on. We got points to give. I know who points to give. It was the same bit. Shot. Fuck. Never mind. I was about to say I was all excited for the one that Chris sent us, but Chris sent us the same shit. So, who else gets some?
I think we got to give points to Izzy Martinez too, because what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah, I want to be nice to him. I'll give him 25. That's not nice, but I'm going to give him 25 because, again, you're getting roped into an idea that you probably have no idea where it's going to go. And if you are a professional wrestling fan, I had to word that properly, you obviously didn't see the end of WCW nor watched the lick of TNA during the Hogan ownership era. So that's for your negligence alone. That 25 points is warranted. Who else we got?
Well, we already ripped on SmackDown, so I got to give another 20 points to Road Dogg.
Thank you. That was literally the next time on my list. Road Dogg for sure gets 20. Just horrible booking decisions. The idea of just the lack of continuity. The lack of fucking continuity.
And I don't know whose idea was for Becky Lynch to turn heel, but from what I saw on Raw, and it was awful. I don't know whether or not to blame her, but I guess I got to give 15 points to Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Because you just don't work as a heel. I'm sorry.
No, sir. Was there anybody else I'm thinking about? No, I think that's it. Honestly, I think the majority of the heat was meant for Eric and Hogan, and they got it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I might drop another 5 points to TK because you've only got 2 matches booked for your pay-per-view that's in 2.5 weeks.
2 weeks out.
And they're both tournament finals, so there's not a lot of thought gone into it, Tony.
What are we doing, Tony?
Other than that, yeah, I think we're good.
Love it.
Yeah, short and sweet. All right, let's go to the other board and dish out some nice points. It is time for the bruv board. Bruv.
Drink it up, bruv.
Brother.
So for the bruv board, I'm gonna go straight to Rhea Ripley, because Stone Cold was on a podcast this past week talking about the ATV incident. First of all, at WrestleMania, and you could see he was kind of pissed that he had to talk about it, but also he was asked like who his top 5 superstars are right now, and like the first name he said was Rhea Ripley. Like, she's just got it.
Oh.
And
it's the truth.
She is a fucking star. Plus, we kind of give Mommy points every week, so.
You know what? How many are we giving her?
I'll give her 10, so she's on 100.
Make it 15. Because I got to give her 5 points because I was watching the Chris Van Vliet interview with Buddy Matthews. Yes. And he's all talking about, he's like, so there's this clip on the internet where you were really sunburned and you let her chop you. He's like, yeah, there's this thing called the hype train. And I'm like, first off, why is she chopping you? And then that's when he goes into the whole, that's just her competitiveness. He's like, there's nobody in the house. You could have slapped your leg. I would have sold it like like nothing. She's like, no, chop the shit out of me. And I'm like, that's love, baby. That's love.
In that case, I'm also going to give 5 points to Buddy.
Hey, all right.
Actually, no, 10 points. 10 points. 5 for taking the chop, and 5 for just winning at life.
Winning at life, fam.
10 points to Aleister Black, making his return. And it's the exact same presentation and everything that he left us with in WWE. Malachi Black wasn't too different anyway, but he's maintained everything that he had in WWE.
Especially that badass theme.
Yes. Thank you for not changing his theme. And the plank entrance. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
5 points to Carlito because you fucking crack me up in those backstage segments every week.
This fucking dude is the best. He's so awesome. Oh man.
Ooh, I think we got to give points to Dominic for just he's coming out of his heel shell.
Yeah, dude. This kid's coming into his own like a mofo. We say it, and it's a joking thing every time I say it. And I mean this with all respect. Ray, don't kill me. But he's finally acting like his real dad. Okay? He was hated, and now he's beloved. He lied, cheated, and stole, and now he is where he is. God, I love this shit.
Oh, there was somebody else. Fuck, who was it?
Uh-oh.
I literally saw somebody on the list and thought, you need more points this week. Not Gunther, Julia. Was there somewhere in the middle there?
Say.
Nope, it's completely gone.
Sammy, do we want to give Sammy points?
Yeah, he did good. Like I said, great segment on Raw with Sami Zayn. I'll give him another 10. He's on 20.
There we go. That's good. I like that.
Oh, yeah, Michael Cole.
There we go.
Another 10 points to Michael Cole because
I'm
I'm just gaining more and more respect for him as the week goes by.
I'm telling you, I hate and I say it truthfully. I hate admitting that this motherfucker got good. But I've said it too from the jump. It's all Pat's fault.
Yeah.
It's Vince leaving and it's Pat.
Your 10 points to Pat McAfee too because great promo on Raw. And standing up to Gunther.
Fucking A, dude. Shh, that's ballsy. Ballsy. You'll take him down.
What about AEW? I'm not dishing in any fucking AEW points out.
Oh, no. Yeah, we got to give some points to Kenny. I'd give at least 15 points to Kenny.
All right.
Great showing, even though he was getting his ass beat. You know what? No, I want to get every motherfucker in that goddamn match some fucking points. So give all these cats 10 points. Kenny?
Yep.
Kevin Knight?
He joining the list.
Joining the list. Welcome aboard.
Yep. Wait,
Mark
is he getting
Briscoe?
10?
Yeah, 10. Everybody get 10. Mark Briscoe, even the bad guy's going to get 10. And who was that goddamn teammate? It was Kevin Knight. Oh, Speedball Mike Bailey.
Speedball.
And then an easy 10 points to the Bucks, Okada, and Ricochet. Again, I remember when motherfuckers were like, I don't see the point of Ricochet. I don't see the point of Ricochet. He can't this. He can't talk. He can't. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Ricochet is on it right now, bro. Okay? He's on it. He is at the level of Prince Puma in a whole other company. That's how relevant he is right now in AEW. He's that relevant. And that saying where it's like, oh, if you're watching outside, oh man, why isn't this kid in the big leagues? He is in the big leagues. All right? He's doing well. He's getting the ball every week. Works out perfectly. Everybody's emphasizing it. They're playing it up. They're yucking it up. Ricochet is every bit made for AEW. Why? The PWG life. The PWG life does well for AEW. And they're starting to get back to it as they fucking should. Good on them. Yeah. Good, just fucking good shit.
I'm going to give 20 points to Jamie Hayter in anticipation of her having to put over Mercedes.
Oh, I like that. But that's okay, I guess.
Yeah. And that's going to do it for the points this week. I've probably missed somebody out, but...
We'll get you next week.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? No, real quick. 10 points to Nick Wayne for representing AEW in the Best of the Super Juniors.
Yeah, and actually winning the singles title.
Yeah, there you go. Without your dad's help. I didn't need you, Dad.
All right. I was going to give points to Braun Breaker, too, for looking great with Paul Heyman, but I've dished out enough points this week, so keep it up. You can have points next week.
Might be a reach.
All right, thank you for joining us for MayDay. We appreciate you all. Before we close this up, let's find out what's in store for the TSK with Click Talk.
Goodness gracious. Okay, the TSK has been busy. TSK dropped the WWE, the WrestleMania 41 review. It's a long one. Take your time. Grab some chips, grab a soda pop, whatever it is you get down with. Sit back. A little over an hour and a half. Definitely go and check that one out. We're not sure which one's coming up next because right now we're on the pay-per-view gang. I will admit, I'm going to admit this here now, May the 1st. May the force be with y'all, by the way, since we're in the May. And for those other ones, it's already May. So you can't say it's got to be May. Love that one too. But the TSK's, I don't want to say dynamic, but we're going to be changing some shit up as of midway into June. Once the midway of June hits, we're going to try to be dropping content on a consistent basis. Maybe as often as we do here on Max. Maybe if not weekly, maybe a couple every week, if not a little bit more, but something we can help attribute to Max to as well. But when the schedules change, everything will pick up. So for right now, we're on the pay-per-view gang. Like I said, check out the WrestleMania 41. It's up right now. And then maybe we'll do Beach Break. I say it like that because it's just a dynamite, but it does have a pretty good main event at the end of it. So we'll see how that goes, but we for sure will do Double or Nothing and Backlash if it happens, I think, which I don't know when that happens. So
Backlash is, I want to say May the 10th next week.
Oh, so hey, so there we go. So we'll probably hit Backlash first then. But so then there you go. We'll figure that out. And you know what?
Yeah.
We'll find out next week for sure because we'll be back next week because it'll be the 8th and it'll be before they see that and see how the dates work out. It works out perfectly. So, and of course, the way to find out more stuff other than just listening to us, check out all the fun social media. Go follow us on the beautiful Twitter machine, not the evil X machine, the beautiful Twitter machine. Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, Max Footy Pod, for those who are still hoping for it. Come check out the beautiful website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. Hit the subscribe button, follow button right here on YouTube. Then go hit us up on Facebook where you can be a part of the beautiful family, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere else. Come be a part of the fam, bam.
Yeah. Backlash is next week, so before anybody jumps on us for attacking TK for only booking 2 matches, there's only 3 matches booked for Backlash, so Uncle Paul, you need to pull your finger out too.
Mm-hmm.
Stop
watching footy.
Gunfer Pat McAfee is at Backlash.
Pow!
So, that's it for now. We will see you next week for Backlash predictions, and of course, it is the go-home show to our next special, Full House. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Bang.
Ain't nobody stopping Blade. Ain't nobody stopping Blade.
Sosban fach yn berwi ar y tân, sosban fawr yn berwi ar y llawr, ar y gath wedi scrapo cori fach. Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your sets. This is Aftermax. An immediate Aftermax. The Aftermax before Aftermax. And that, Corey, was a song called Sosban Fach, and it's a Welsh cult classic, something that your Welsh pretender wouldn't actually know. But you come to North Wales, everybody knows that song because we all were forced to sing it growing up in school. Hell, if you want, there's even a dance remix of it on YouTube. But Corey, Kennedy, Brian, Wolfric, Coulter, you are triggered. You are so triggered. I have never seen you this triggered. And why? Because Dragon Club has got under your skin? Really? But you're right about one thing. You fire shots, I respond. That's what I've always done. That's what I did with Travis. That's what I did with DC. That's what I did with Beer. You fire shots, Cat responds. But you don't have to fire shots to get a rise out of me. If you want my attention, just ask for it. Now, you talk about Dragon Club being built on disloyalty. Quite the opposite, actually. This time around, anyway. You see, the first time around, we mistakenly trusted somebody. It's a shame that Beer wasn't around in 2022 because he should have been the third man all along. Now, this version of Dragon Club is built on the strongest bond there is. This version was bonded a long time ago. And you see, well, you're right. The Brothers of Max Destruction was built on a bond that came together through a natural disaster. And you have my respect for that. But you see, our bond of the current Dragon Club, myself, the Phoenix, Beer, this bond was built through blood. You see, we came together through a cataclysmic event of our own because Mother Nature isn't the biggest bitch in the ballgame. But this loyalty, that is rich coming from you. See, Corey, you said yourself, you have betrayed every faction you have been part of. The jury, you turned your back on the jury for the MDO. You then destroyed the MDO from within. So yeah, what's stopping you doing it to Travis and Chris? Is it only a matter of time before you get bored with them too? Because from what I see inside you, Corey, you're not a henchman, you're not a sidekick. You want to take the lead. And what I see is 3 massive characters in the Brothers of Max Destruction. You guys weren't built to be team players. You all want your glory. Now me, you say I stopped wanting any of the titles I created. Are you forgetting I was TV champion and world champion in the last 6 months? 6, 7 months? Within the last year anyway. And my alter ego is currently one half the tag team champions. So I'm not sure exactly how I've stopped wanting any of the titles I created. The Duel title, yeah, I don't give a shit about that one. And it seems like nobody else does either. You're right about that. You are right about that. Everyone has forgot that Chris Reid is the Duel champion. And I don't think pouring a bucket of blood over your face and dragging yourself out of your hospital bed is going to make people remember. Especially when you just got bodied by the Demoness. But you're gonna go after the Kingpin. Respect. Kingpin is not an easy target. He is a big dog. But how's about this? You don't want to play by the rules. You want to make your own rules and play rebels against the system. Fine. You have the Duel Championship in the Brothers of Max Destruction, so why don't you use it? If you don't want the Knowledge Championship, you don't want the Max Championships, use your own championship. I will officially rename the Duel Championship. Chris Reid is now officially the Max Wrestling North Carolina champion. And you can do whatever you want with it. Any rules you want, you pick the challengers, you do whatever the hell you want. That is your title to do with as you please. Make your own rules. I don't give a fuck. But if you ever want to come after any of the Max titles again, then I suggest you start playing by the rules, because I was trying to be nice to you when I booked you for the Knowledge Championship in a triple threat. I was trying to give you your rematch. But you want to spit the gift horse in the mouth. That's what you want to do. Fine. Don't come after the Max Championships. Go after your own championship. Go after the North Carolina Championship. And how's about this? You don't get to challenge for any of the Max Championships until you start playing by the rules, or until Chris loses the North Carolina Championship. And when he does, Corey, since you don't want to go for trivia championships anymore, let's see if you want this one back. When you decide to start playing by the rules, or when Chris loses his championship, whichever comes first, Corey, you can challenge Blade Rodriguez in promo action, because that's what you're all about now, for the television championship. So, what do you say? You still want to play Rebels? You still want to be James Dean? Let's see how it goes. After Max, out. Oh, now you can go watch the other After Max that Corey's going to do, which is probably going to be another ranting promo. Enjoy.